In my past, I said disgusting things to people, and I am so ashamed of myself for using racist rhetoric and derogatory language to hurt others.
You might have heard of who Onlyjayus is. You might have seen their face on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, and their videos consist with relatable life hack videos that have exploded Onlyjayus in popularity. And if you've never heard of who Onlyjayus is and just watched their videos, you might be wondering what makes Onlyjayus so hated, as they just make innocent life hack videos for their fans. Well, for starters, Onlyjayus will be called out for racial slurs they used back in high school that have resurfaced on the internet, and also will be criticized for weaponizing their fans when they would get into controversy or any sort of drama, and would also be called out for being incredibly disrespectful towards people with disabilities and stuff. Onlyjayus has grown their TikTok account to 18 million followers and over 3 million subscribers on YouTube. However, Onlyjayus' videos will be revealed that they have gotten all their information off from the internet, and they will be incredibly ridiculed for that. Onlyjayus has been called out by a wide variety of YouTubers and even TikTokers, all for valid reasons. And in this video, we're going to be going through on how Onlyjayus became one of TikTok's most hated creators on the platform, from their rise to the present day. And throughout this video, we're going to be respectful and go by Onlyjayus' pronouns. Hopefully I don't fuck it up. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. Onlyjayus had joined TikTok all the way back in March of 2019, where their first TikTok video was nothing more than the video of them showing off their headliner of their car to make it look like the Rolls Royce headliner. Onlyjayus would go on to post more TikTok videos, but they wouldn't really be all that impressive in popularity wise. However, it wouldn't be until August of 2019 when Onlyjayus would begin to make TikTok videos with a bit of substance to them. They began making fun fact videos that had grabbed a bunch of viewers' attention on the app.
Astronauts aren't able to cry in space because there's no gravity to let their tears flow. Wearing headphones, even just for an hour, will increase the bacteria in ear by 700 times.
As before, they were just making random videos that had no meaning to them. It would then be in October of 2019 when Onlyjayus would then go on to join the YouTube platform, and their YouTube videos would consist of the same kind of videos as their TikToks. And also to mention, during this time period, Onlyjayus had been working at Best Buy for some time. However, as their TikToks and YouTube videos began to grab a bunch of viewers' attention and began to attract a bigger audience, in September of 2019, Best Buy had found out about this and had fired Onlyjayus. However, ironically, Onlyjayus would then go on to hit 1 million subscribers. And despite getting fired, this allowed Onlyjayus to grind out TikTok and YouTube even more, as their TikToks would begin to start picking up way more views. In late December of 2019, Onlyjayus' YouTube channel would go on to hit 100k subscribers. Then later in February of 2020, Netflix would start a new podcast called Know It All, and the person who was hosting this podcast would be Onlyjayus. And this podcast that Onlyjayus had been hosting would receive a bunch of positive reviews, as it had received almost 5 out of 5 stars. And during this time, Onlyjayus would continue to grow their TikTok and YouTube channel. However, a couple months later, Onlyjayus would find himself in an altercation with another TikTok creator called the Jonathan Moss, because apparently he had been copying some of Onlyjayus' videos word for word in July of 2020.
Did you know that your birth month actually has a huge effect on who you are as a person and the things that could possibly happen to you?
Yo, did you know that your birth month actually has a huge effect on you and the things that can happen to you in your life?
People born in March are way more likely to have asthma, and I can actually speak to this one because my little sister, the only one born in March, has asthma.
People born in March are actually more likely to have asthma, and I can speak to that because my cousin, the only person born in March, has asthma.
I don't want Jonathan to get hate, so stop with the fucking death threats that he's saying he's getting, but he knows exactly what he's doing. He tried to copy this video when I first posted it, and now he's trying again months later. And I think as bigger creators, we should be better than that, and I think he should just own up to it. I do not own information. I think it's okay for other creators to do fact videos. It literally does not bother me. I just think it's really weird when other big creators think it's okay to copy my video word for word and act like you didn't.
However, Jonathan Moss would then later said that he just found all the information off from Google. When it had been revealed that Jonathan Moss had gotten all the information off from Google, this had then caused people to ridicule Onlyjayus for trying to claim that he had ripped off her content when you just got all the information off from the internet like everyone else. And of course, when they began to receive all this backlash, Onlyjayus would then come out to make a whole Reddit response addressing the entire situation. In their response, they said, he responded to it. I think he was blocking and unblocking me, and he said he found it on Google, which I mean he did, but only after watching my video. I'm now getting a huge amount of hate. People saying I'm lying, I copied Google too, I'm problematic, I should be cancelled, etc. I have a hard time dealing with this negativity. I don't know what to do. I don't think I've done anything wrong. Maybe you do, but I honestly don't see it. A common trending witness with Onlyjayus in this video is Onlyjayus has a hard time dealing with hate, as every time they find themselves in a little amount of controversy, they will constantly respond with a whole paragraph state or a twit long on Twitter. Now this isn't necessarily a good thing to do, as because every time you respond to hate like this will only cause them to double down because they know that they can get a reaction out of you with the slightest bit of criticize. However, this wouldn't be all the controversy Onlyjayus would find themselves into, as because 6 months later, Onlyjayus would find themselves in the most controversy that they would pretty much ever get into. In February of 2021, Onlyjayus would be called out for using the N-word hard R a while back.
Everybody here that I love you no matter your sex, your gender, your sexuality, your faith, or your race.
Goofy alert, guess that didn't age well, cause this you. At the bottom, calling someone the hard ER, a word used to oppress black people in my community. My live was banned for a week because that screenshot has so many bad things in it, it made no sense. If you guys think it's fake, I posted the original screenshot and the original screen recording on my Instagram. This is why I don't trust people with savior complexes, bro. I feel like it's always a second agenda behind what you do. If you say it's 2 to 3 years old, you were 20 years old when you said it. The other day, Addison was canceled for old BLM tweets from 2016. Let's see if everyone keeps the same energy. You're a role model to 10 million people, bro. I hope things get better, and I hope you educate.
Obviously, a whole bunch of white people in the comments will try to justify this by saying it was 4 years ago, so it doesn't matter. But like Freak the Gemini would say, Onlyjayus was about 17 years old, and they needed to take responsibility for their actions. When this had surfaced, Onlyjayus would try to come out and say that the messages were photoshopped and wasn't them in it, and would try to debunk the claims. However, with all the pressure building up on them, they would eventually cave out and come out and say that they did in fact say the N-word hard R, and would try to apologize through a long, drawn-out, depressing TikTok video.
In my past, I said disgusting things to people, and I am so ashamed of myself for using racist rhetoric and derogatory language to hurt others, because I knew what that word meant and I understood the power behind it, but I said it anyway because it was the meanest thing that I could think of, and I am so sorry to everyone, but especially to those in the black community, because only you guys can forgive me for this, and there is no excuse and there are no justifications for what I said, and you guys deserve better. And when I first saw the screenshots, I didn't even think that they were real, because I forgot how hateful and how angry of a person I used to be, and it hurts my soul knowing that I said those things.
After Onlyjayus' apology video, there were some TikTok creators who didn't buy Onlyjayus' apology video, as because it took a few days for the video to get out, and rightfully so, the Know It All podcast that Netflix had been hosting Onlyjayus on had dropped her, and all of Onlyjayus' sponsors dropped them too. In Onlyjayus' original apology video, they had said how they wanted to share their platform and educate themselves with other black creators to make things right with their audience.
So I want to take this time to take a step back and share my platform with some amazing black creators who are going to tell their story to try and educate others on the trauma that happens when we use this kind of language.
So when Onlyjayus announced this, the TikTok creator Auntie Karen had reached out to Onlyjayus for a collab, and Onlyjayus would even go as far to buy a book about anti-racist. However, as Auntie Karen was trying to collaborate with Onlyjayus began to start ignoring her and eventually just ghosted Auntie Karen.
So this message is for you, Onlyjayus, and honestly, hopefully they don't take this down for harassment or bullying, because Auntie always has receipts. Now, you become a mutual of mine after your whole N-word debacle. Said you want to collaborate with me. We email, and suddenly you've dropped off the face of the earth. So are black people just tokens for you to use when you're ready to play? Because I can tell you one thing. If you were really truly sorry about what you said, you would not have lied and said you were going to do something you clearly aren't trying to do.
However, to give Onlyjayus credit, Auntie Karen could have handled the situation very different, as because collaborating with people on the internet is very difficult, as because there have been many other commentary channels that have wanted to collaborate with me, but it's difficult to set up a specific time and all sorts of stuff. And it's possible that Onlyjayus didn't intend to make it seem like they were just ghosting Auntie Karen, but we can all see where Auntie Karen is coming from, as because Onlyjayus said the N-word, then try to make it seem like they were going to use their platform to reach out to other black creators, and then when a black creator reaches out, they don't respond. As because Onlyjayus had made a promise she was going to do this, but never went through with it. And if you're on the level of Onlyjayus in numbers with over 10 million followers, then people are going to always hold you accountable. Onlyjayus would then privately message Auntie Karen about the whole ghosting thing, and Auntie Karen even said that she had emailed Onlyjayus multiple times, and Onlyjayus had blamed Auntie Karen because she didn't message her a second time, even though Auntie Karen did several times. So when Auntie Karen made all these videos about Onlyjayus ghosting her, apparently, Onlyjayus would then respond with a rather intense video.
Today's episode of What Are People Mad at Me For Now? Not checking my emails in a timely manner. I wish I was joking. I forgot to respond to an email from this creator that wanted to collab with me, and you know, instead of just like hitting me up again, they made 7 fucking videos about it! Can you please leave me the fuck alone? I have a diagnosed neurological disorder that makes me forget things and procrastinate due to time blindness. I forget to eat for days. I procrastinate sleep for more days. I barely text my family back, and I just had to move apartments because my address got leaked, and you're gonna throw a fit because I didn't make you my priority?
After all the drama, Onlyjayus would end up deleting that video and would even block Auntie Karen and wouldn't use their platform to reach out to other black creators like they claimed that they were going to do before. And they were just trying to move on from this entire situation. However, Onlyjayus' audience wouldn't just forget like that. On Onlyjayus' videos, people would comment stuff like, "Where's the podcast? What happened to sharing your platform with black creators? Who forgave you? Why do you still have a platform? Sounds good." There would then even be a whole petition to get Onlyjayus banned, and it has almost 500,000 people signed to it, and the petition is still up and running to this day. And Onlyjayus would make a sarcastic video of her saying that she doesn't care how people want her banned, instead of how she would even send the petition herself. However, Onlyjayus would be called out for posting this video on her 3rd account with barely any people seeing it.
Oh no, a petition to ban Onlyjayus on TikTok? What am I gonna do? 35K? That's cute. Okay, listen, if you can get 13.5 million signatures on this petition, the only way that TikTok would ever ban me, I'll ban myself.
So, I don't really believe that these petitions do much, but how cute is over 50,000 signatures? And the petition started just 2 days ago.
I don't give a fuck, and I'm so confident that's not gonna happen. I'll sign it myself and I'll buy it petition views so more people see it.
Oh, you're so confident in yourself, huh? You really want more people to see it? Then why did you post this video on your 3rd account? This video is literally your most viewed video on this account. You have more views on this than followers. Compared to your main account, with that 13.5 million figure you were talking about, and look at the kind of views you get on this account. So why did you make a point to buy those 1,500 views when you have an audience of over 13 million?
And to this day, Onlyjayus has not been able to move past this entire situation like that, and just continues to make TikToks and YouTube shorts. But Onlyjayus has put their reputation in the grave. She's been exposed for multiple scandals, and not only has she used the N-word and tried to lie about the screenshots, but it would also be quite clear that Onlyjayus has even lied about wanting to work with other black creators. And that was a problem that she had made and broken, because after the whole Auntie Karen situation, they deleted the video addressing it, and she's never reached out to any black creators. And still to this day, she has not featured any black creators on her platform. There's people that try to justify Onlyjayus' actions by saying it was 4 years ago, so it doesn't matter, or it was in the past, so let it go. But Onlyjayus was about 17 years old, most likely a senior in high school. They need to take full responsibility for their actions. I mean, look what happened to Shane Dawson. The whole internet was clowning on him for something he did all the way back in 2012. Or look at Keemstar. He said the N-word all the way back in 2009. And Onlyjayus has shown countless times that they can't just ignore the hate, as every single time someone criticizes Onlyjayus, this causes them to constantly respond to it. And that's only gonna make people double down even more. With the whole Auntie Karen situation, Onlyjayus didn't have to make a video about the situation. They could have just left it at that. But Onlyjayus can't seem to just stop causing more drama. And TikTok and YouTube is very disconnected, as people on YouTube don't really know why Onlyjayus is so hated. But Onlyjayus continues to grow, and all this attention that Onlyjayus had been receiving during this whole drama had worked in their favor. Despite all of this, it seems that Onlyjayus has still not changed at all. They have gotten away with manipulating their fans, guilt tripping them, being an enablerist, and being able to move past the fact that they said the N-word and lied about it, and try to use their platform for good causes even though they didn't, and more of their other scandals. And even though Onlyjayus gets millions of views, millions of people do not respect Onlyjayus. But we'll only see what Onlyjayus will do in the future that will start a more controversy for them. But if you guys enjoyed this downfall video, then consider subscribe and drop a like if you want to. If you guys want to see more downfall videos on a certain YouTuber, then leave it in the comments down below. Follow my Twitter at JamesWalkerNYC, that's the best way for head time for all of my videos. And I also do apologize for not uploading for over 2 weeks. I did catch a really bad virus, and it's made it really hard to talk because I got a bunch of blisters in my mouth. So that's probably why I still sound like I'm mumbling in this video. But anyways, go follow my Twitch while I begin streaming over there. I will start streaming over there. I know I keep saying that, but I haven't, but I will start streaming over there. But thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.